All right, thank you for that, Greg. Well, perhaps you have seen the June catalog for JCPenney featuring this ad promoting Father's Day. It showcases two dads from North Texas and their two children. The ad has sparked calls for a boycott of the Plano-based retailer. The conservative group 1 Million Moms says the ad promotes sin. Well, this morning, dads Cooper Smith and Todd Koch are joining us live in studio with Mason and Claire, their two children, and we're replicating your ad, although the kids are a little less rowdy here than they were. I guess it's the early hour. Hi, Claire. How are you?
Can you say hi?
Are you good? And Mason is over here as well, just 3 months apart, the two kids. So, surprised by this or expected in terms of the backlash from 1 Million Moms?
We expected some of it. We didn't expect it to go unnoticed at all, but we certainly didn't expect the newspapers in London and all over the world to be calling and emailing and writing about this.
It's essentially gone viral,
yeah,
as can be the case with anything. I had thought, frankly, that perhaps the whole topic would be exhausted at this point. It seems clear that JCPenney has decided that they want to depict diversity. They began with Ellen as spokesperson. 1 Million Moms spoke out against that. She addressed that on her show, and it seemed to go away. And then Mother's Day came, and they also showed two moms with their children as well. So I was thinking, you know, perhaps by the time Father's Day came around, they would quiet a bit, but they haven't. And how did this ad come to be for you two?
Well, a friend of ours who helps with casting for JCPenney knew that they were doing real family situations. And he pulled a photo of us off of Facebook and submitted it to JCPenney. And next thing we know, a couple weeks later, we're taking a photograph. And we actually hadn't heard or seen anything of it until last Wednesday. I'm returning from a client meeting, and my email lights up that, oh my God, you're on Huffington Post. And that was the first time I actually ever saw the ad was on Huffington Post.
And so it began. So Todd, in your situation, you're hearing from people you haven't heard from in a long time, classmates and other people who are like, not only is Todd gay, but I guess he has a family too.
Absolutely. And the support has been overwhelmingly positive. It's been actually really amazing to hear from all these people who support us and wish us well.
But still, if you read some of the comments, I don't know if you are or not, but there are a fair number of people who come out and say incredibly negative things about two men being together, two men having kids. One of the things that seems to be lost on me and has been for some time, as is the case with any couple that might put themselves in a position to adopt children, in many cases they bring children from situations that are fairly dire, fairly compromised. You've shared with me a little bit of that in terms of your adoption with Claire. And so what would you say to that, to those who don't recognize that you're giving two children a life they otherwise wouldn't have?
You know, I think it just shows that people don't really think everything quite through. They make rush judgments on certain things without really understanding the full picture. We had two failed adoptions before we got Claire, and even Claire's situation was somewhat dire when we got her when she was just a day old. So I think, you know, I just ask people to think through the comments they make before they make them.
One final question before we go here. Cooper, do you believe that this ad is promoting a movement, or is it reflecting a new reality of the modern family?
I think it just reflects our life. We care about the exact same things any parents care about. Are our kids safe? Are they happy? Are they getting to school on time? And have they eaten lunch yet? Yeah. And that's the same thing every other parent cares about.
Well, we appreciate you both joining us here this morning. JCPenney, of course, saying they included the dads in the ad to promote diversity. 1 Million Moms releasing this statement. We wanted to share it with you. JCPenney is continuing down the same path of promoting sin in their ads. We must remain diligent and stand up for biblical values and truth. That is what they say. They seem to be standing pretty much squarely on that point. We'll continue the discussion as well. Head to our Daybreak Facebook page. Let us know what you're thinking about this, and we'll continue to share your comments. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Mason, Todd, Cooper. All right, Alexa, back to you.
All right, thanks, Ron.